Hi there, welcome to episode 1 of season 1 Overcoming Limiting Beliefs. I'm Ruxana and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are starting a journey that's close to my heart, one about breaking free from the thoughts that hold us back. We're diving into the concept of limiting beliefs. Those thoughts that whisper, you can't do this or you're not enough. They might seem harmless, but they can silently shape our lives in a way we don't even realize. So, if you have ever felt stuck, unsure, or like there's an invisible wall between you and your dreams, this episode is for you. Let's break it down together. What are limiting beliefs? Let's start by understanding what limiting beliefs really are. Think of them as invisible chains. Beliefs that tell you what you can and can't do. For example, maybe you have thought, I'm just not good with money, or I'll never be as talented as them. These thoughts feel real, don't they? But here's the truth, they're not facts, they're stories we tell ourselves, and over time, those stories start to shape how we live our lives. Take a moment to think about one thing you have always wanted to do but never tried. What's the reason you haven't taken that step? Chances are there's a limiting belief holding in that somewhere saying, don't bother, you'll fail. But here's the exciting part. Just like stories, these beliefs can be rewritten. You hold the pen and you get to decide what's true for you. Where do limiting beliefs come from? Now let's talk about where these beliefs come from. You might be wondering, why do I think this way in the first place? Well, a lot of our limiting beliefs are planted in childhood. Maybe someone told you you're not good at math, and that one comment stayed with you for years. Or maybe you grew up in an environment where taking risks wasn't encouraged, so now you avoid anything that feels uncertain. Sometimes these beliefs come from fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of unknown. It's our brain's way of protecting us. The problem is, this protection can end up keeping us stuck. And then there are past experiences. Maybe you tried something once and it didn't go well, so now you have convinced yourself you're not capable. But one bad experience doesn't decide your future, right? It's just a chapter in the story, not the whole book. How do limiting beliefs impact us? So, how do these limiting beliefs actually affect our lives? Imagine you're standing in front of a door. Behind that door is everything you have ever wanted, your dreams, your goals, your potential. Now, picture locking the door and throwing away the key because you believe it's impossible to open. That's what limiting beliefs do. They keep us from taking the actions that could change our lives. They make us hesitate, doubt ourselves, and sometimes give up before we even start. And here's the tricky part, they often operate in the background. We are not always aware of them, which makes them even more powerful. But awareness is the first step to change. Once you recognize these beliefs, you can start to challenge them. And that's what this series is all about. Before we wrap up today, let's get a little reflective. I want you to think about one area of life where you feel stuck or held back. It could be your career, relationships, health, anything. Now ask yourself, what thoughts come up when you think about making progress in that area? Is there a voice saying, you can't do this, or you're not good enough? Where might that belief come from? You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just start noticing. Sometimes simply recognizing a belief is enough to begin shifting it. So that's the first step in breaking free from limiting beliefs. Today we have talked about what they are, where do they come from, and how do they quietly shape our lives. In the next episode, we are going to go deeper and talk about how to identify your specific limiting beliefs. I'll share some practical exercises and questions to help you uncover those invisible chains so you can start breaking them. Before we go, here's a little challenge for you. Take a 5 minutes today to reflect an area of your life where you feel stuck. Write down any thoughts or beliefs that come up. You might be surprised by what you discover. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series. Until next time, remember your potential is limitless. It's time to believe it.